Welcome to Table Talk. My name is Christopher Borro, and today I'm joined by Scanlan and RaNae Garton, and we are going to learn a little bit more about the holiday parades that are coming up in just a couple weeks, and some other Christmas events that these fine folks from Scottsbluff and Gearing are going to put together. So to begin with, can you both explain a little bit more about your guys' involvement in the holiday celebrations in terms of setting up and things like that?
I've been responsible for the Scottsbluff Christmas Parade for a few years now, and I would say that this is a exciting year for a different reason than last was. We had to cancel last year, and so it was really really disappointing then, but for good reasons. And now this year we're excited to get everything going again, and time is flying. The parade's going to be here in what feels like 5 minutes, and it's 60 degrees outside today, so I'm a little confused, but we're moving forward. And we're excited to be having that happen soon. I'm a member of the DSA, the Downtown Scottsbluff Association, and this is the responsibility that I've kept while the rest of the DSA has taken on some other responsibilities. So,
all right.
Yeah, I'm excited to do it again.
It's definitely good to hear. And how about you, RaNae?
We are super excited to be able to finally have our parade again. We've had to cancel for 2 years, last year because of COVID, and the year before because of the weather. There was a really bad snowstorm, and the timing just was horrible. We decided to cancel ours just for safety reasons. I know Scottsbluff was able to have theirs
a week later.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we're just so excited to be able to finally get things going again and have something for the kids and the families to look forward to.
Yeah. And your Santa's Village is already starting to go up, right?
Yes.
Or is it already set?
Yes, we put up our Santa Village on Saturday. We moved the buildings. The weather was just horrible. The wind was horrible, and unfortunately we didn't have our electricity set up, so we couldn't check our lights or anything. So we'll be working on that the next 2 weeks to get that ready.
All right, that's definitely good to know. Sort of jumping off that Santa's Village story, can you tell me a little bit about some of the events that people can expect to see? Obviously there's the holiday parade going on, but in terms of like food trucks or craft activities, can you tell me a little bit more about what else people would be able to experience there?
For the Scottsbluff Parade, we're inviting food trucks down to the plaza, so they'll be available for the public from 5 p.m. to 8 or 9 p.m., depending on how long crowds stay around. We're going to be putting fire pits in the plaza again, as we often do, and we'll have some heaters as well, just so that's a nice cozy place to be to get food. I'm currently looking for a group that would want to do s'mores with kids.
Ooh,
and
okay.
We had the fire department involved with that in previous years. So we're looking for that, and then we also have some carolers lined up for the hour before the parade in the plaza. So it'll be kind of a plaza-centric thing for the first hour before the parade, and then of course during the parade everybody will be passing through, and then after the parade we will have pictures with Santa and the Grinch in the Midwest Theater lobby just downtown.
Perfect.
So we're excited to have an indoor space to do that, since of course we don't know what the weather will be up to. Maybe it'll be 60 degrees.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That would be nice. Not very Christmassy, but
perfect. Christmas in Miami.
And how about you doing, RaNae?
Our parade is on the 26th. It's always the Friday after Thanksgiving. It will start at 10th and T, and it goes down to the Civic Center parking lot where the Santa Village is. So it's going to be the big grand opening of our village that evening, with Santa coming in through the parade and arriving. And the Santa Village will be open every Saturday through December 24th through Christmas, from 10 to 1. And then we will be open on that Friday night, the 18th, I believe. And it's always a nice night to have it reopen again, for people could bring in their families in, and it's just so pretty there at night. It's just a very nice atmosphere.
For sure. And can you tell me when exactly these events will take place? I don't know the dates, but how about the times?
Particular to the Scottsbluff Parade, it's important to note that it's going to be on Sunday, the 28th. Downtown merchants kind of voted on that and decided that Sunday was a better day for them because Saturday is Small Business Saturday, and it's hard to get all those cars off Broadway in time to have good visibility for the parade. So on Sunday, the 28th, right after Thanksgiving, we will be doing our parade, and it starts at 6 p.m. And lineup is at the Bluffs Middle School parking lots between 5 and 6. And we're accepting last-minute float entries as well. People that want to drive up, drive in, and come on down. That's totally fine.
All right, good to know.
And the Gearing Parade is on the 26th of November. It is the day after Thanksgiving. It has been that date forever. It's been just a traditional thing in Gearing. We are taking applications just so that we know that you're coming. It's not a big deal, and you can just show up if you want to too. So it's the more the merrier. And if you're going to do a float for Gearing on Friday, keep it up and put it through on Scottsbluff's Parade on Sunday. So
Yeah.
kind of a double whammy there.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
Great way to get more visibility for businesses and groups too. Almost every parade I hear from a group or see a business that I wasn't familiar with. And I'm
yeah.
thinking, who are you? This is fantastic. Thank you for coming out. So it's such a good way to get your business name or your group name in front of the community also.
Absolutely.
And it's free, so that's the important thing.
Yeah. And then we start lining up at Gardner Park about 4:30. The parade starts at 6, but we do judging of the floats also. We give out first, second, and third prizes. So it's a little bit of extra money for some of the groups that are struggling out there too. It's just a little nice way to say thank you for participating. So.
For sure, makes sense. Sort of jumping off of that, how can people get involved in helping with the parades? Do you guys need help like setting up or things like that?
There's plenty of spots for volunteers, definitely. Something that I like to put together is a parade patrol group every year
Parade patrol.
that walk up and down Broadway and make sure that kids stay far back enough to be safe and keep the parade route from being encroached on. The way that we have our bump outs on Broadway means that people will come to the edges of those and then the rest of the crowd will come to match, and before you know it, it's a pretty narrow corridor. So anybody that wants to come and help walk back and forth on Broadway and keep those little ones back so they're as safe as possible, that's something that I'm looking for. And then having people to tend the fire pits in the plaza is also a great volunteer opportunity just to make sure that they stay lit and they stay safe.
And how about the carolers? Do you need any help with that?
The carolers are probably going to be doing their own caroling, but I think that if there's other groups that also want to carol, we're very, very open to that too, because I'm assuming that we won't have that full first hour filled just yet. So more caroling groups would be very, very welcome, from families to church groups. Anybody can qualify for that, definitely.
Alright, perfect. And how about in Gearing?
We're always looking for volunteers. We don't do the extent of the activities during and before and after the parades as Scottsbluff does, but one of the best quotes I've ever heard was, "It takes a village to run the village." And it truly does. We wouldn't be able to do it without all of the volunteerism of other groups. So we have groups that host the village every Saturday. So we'll always have two groups, like one of the banks and the fire department, one of the high school groups, and another, the Kiwanis group. So I do know that we're looking for a couple more groups to fill in. During a couple Saturdays we have a couple vacancies. So if you would like to get your group involved, that's one way. I've had a couple volunteers call us and want to help with the parade and different things. So people are looking to get involved. So all of our information is going to be up on our Facebook page. I know that Angela's very involved in posting stuff for the business association also. So.
Yep, we're definitely findable on Facebook. The parade itself has an event page, and then the Downtown Scottsbluff Association, aka the DSA, that we have a full Facebook page there, and you can go and see events or other postings related to the parade or other events downtown. There's going to be a Christmas market that I'm not involved in planning, but I'm very excited to see, and that's coming, I believe, December 4th to the downtown area also. So the Christmas fun doesn't stop once the parade is over, and I'm happy to see another event being added to our lineup downtown.
And December 4th is going to be a very busy day in the valley because in Gering, that's the Pony Express and the museum and all the other groups have stuff going on too. So it's a great day to plan to get out and go to Scottsbluff and Gering and go have some fun. Yeah, make it a whole day.
Yeah.
Spend the whole afternoon there, evening too maybe?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're going to have a Christmas tree in the 18th Street Plaza. Well, it's already there. It's planted there. It's not going anywhere. But it's going to be decorated. Yeah, it's not going. But it's going to be decorated, and we're going to have members of the community help us decorate. We haven't exactly decided on the date just yet, but probably right there in the week before Thanksgiving, or week of Thanksgiving, I'm sorry. Maybe that Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, just before the holiday. So check our Facebook page, the parade page, and the DSA page on Facebook for up to the minute updates on what we're going to be doing to get that tree decorated. The fire department likes to come and help us put the star on top because it's too tall to reach by normal ladders. So they're going to come out and help us with that too, so we're excited. That's always a fun little thing. And then we have our tree ready to go for the parade on Sunday night.
All right, that's definitely good to hear. Now, I am someone who, this will be my first Christmas here, so is this really something that a lot of people like come out and attend? Is this something that people look forward to year in, year out?
Definitely. It seemed like hearts were broken when plans had to be changed last year, and it's really encouraging to see the number of families that just line the streets in Scottsbluff and Gering both. It really warms my heart. I like attending both parades. I did before I organized the Scottsbluff parade, and I would do it always, no matter what. The parades are just a really important part of the holiday spirit around here.
And it grows every year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, participating in both parades, it just seems like more and more people come out, even when it's freezing cold.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just so neat to see the families just all bundled up together and waving at the floats and having a good time.
And we live in Nebraska, so there's no bad weather, only bad clothes. So we figure out how to get dressed, and we'll come out.
Speaking of floats, I actually wanted to ask about how many would you say are going to participate this year?
Isn't this the $1 million question every year?
Yeah.
Because we have the usual suspects that show up every year and sometimes don't give advance notice, but we love them and we're so happy to have them.
Which is fine.
Yes,
show up.
Love
Please
it.
come
Love
out.
the usual suspects, but it's hard to know exactly who we'll have for that. But I've received a number of email submissions. I'm just asking that people send a simple email this year. So when they reach out to me via Facebook or on my phone, then I just send them a quick email address. They'll shoot an email telling me who they are and who they represent, and that's how they sign up. But we have a lot of registrations already, and I'm assuming more to come as people realize, oh, Thanksgiving is very, very soon.
2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. It's crazy.
Sneaking up on you.
But yes, the more the merrier, as RaNae said. Anybody can get involved. All we ask is that you're lit up in some way because the night will be dark. And
Makes
so
sense.
even if you're wrapping Christmas lights around your neck and walking with your friends, come on out. We'd love to see you.
It gets
Absolutely.
dark really early here too.
Yes,
Yeah.
very dark, very early.
All right. Are there any other ways that you recommend people pitch in to help in any regard?
Attend the parade.
Attend
Share the parade events
obviously,
with
yeah.
your friends. Make sure that all your friends know about the parade,
Gotta
just
spread
in
the
case
word.
there's somebody local that's maybe new to the area, such as yourself, that
Exactly,
isn't plugged in yet and wants to know what's going on for Christmas and for Thanksgiving.
I totally agree with that because there's, you know, not everybody has Facebook, not everybody has the social medias, so, you know, just spread the word. And, you know, the Santa Village is there even when we're not open. You know, feel free to go and take the family and take pictures and kind of explore around, so.
All right, that's definitely good. Well, thank you both
Absolutely.
very much for joining me. Again, my name is Christopher Borro. This is Angela Scanlan and RaNae Garton. And you can find additional coverage both in the print edition and online at Star-Herald.com. Thanks for watching Table Talk, and we'll see you again next week.
Thank you.